Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's Aunt Sugar, and I'm here to talk to y'all about 5 good reasons why we all know Judge Brett Kavanaugh is a lie. Now, I know I'm late with this video. I meant to do it days ago, but to be truly honest with y'all, I'm still grieving Aretha's death. Bring Aretha back. Bring Aretha back. Ooh, bring Aretha back. Now, I don't know why people are acting like somehow this man is telling the truth. Because you know, and I know, we all know he's lying, and here's 5 reasons why. Number 1, the man walked in ready to act. What? Y'all ain't see him set the stage? Number 2, his whole opening statement was filled with bad theatrics. I mean, I'm talking dramatic pauses. Now think about that. Think about that. He crying over oppressions he ain't never experienced. The man was snotting so loud you couldn't even hear the prosecutor ask him questions. Then he crying over his daddy calendar. As soon as he started naming his friends, he started crying. And what was the tongue thing? Then he got letters from every woman he ever met in his life. Why you need so many letters? One minute he angry, one minute he sad. He went through the whole gamut of emotions. And then you got the fake outrage. Really? Then the man decides he wants to use church as an example as to why he's a good person. Child, being in church don't make you a good person, just like being in church don't make you a Christian. And I swear, the man was trying to make this huge argument that he was such a good guy. Being a good guy does not exempt you from being a rapist. Last I recall, there was a lot of people that testified that Ted Bundy was a nice guy. And then to top it off, at the end of his little skit, he closed his notebook like he had dropped the mic. Number 3. Now, this ain't got that much to do with the interview itself, but I'm a black mama. I could see a lie coming. Black mamas know when you lying. We can sniff out a lie a mile away. Why you thinking about lying? We know you about to lie. You better stop thinking about lying. What you doing? You thinking about lying? We are the experts in all things lies, because we hear them every day. And when you see this look, we know you lying. We know. Which brings me to my next point, number 4. The man lied. Under oath. The judge, he lied. He was literally caught in many lies. First lie. He said he didn't go to no parties like the one Dr. Ford described. But then he pulled out his calendar. Lies. Not only did the calendar say he went to parties, his friends said he went to parties. Then the man said he had never, ever, except for maybe a little bit, had sex when he was in high school. Yearbook said he lied. Then Judge Kavanaugh said he was out of town almost every weekend of the summer of 1982. It was on his calendar. But then his calendar said he went to some parties in the summer, on the weekends, in 1982. And the parties that he went to, if they wasn't on the weekend, they was on the Thursday before. So you went to parties, Judge Kavanaugh. You went to parties. Then the man said he ain't never blacked out. He passed out, which is totally different. His friend said he did both. Then he said he remembered everything during the times when he was intoxicated. Now, by a show of hands, who out there remember everything after they had been drunk and passed out? Do you? Do you? Where they do that at? He ain't even remember getting drunk, bombing that car, and and then passing out like his homeboy Mark Judge wrote about in his book. What I really want to know is what led Mr. Judge down that dark road of addiction. Could it be the secrets he keeping? Number 5, and this is my last point of why we know Judge Kavanaugh was lying. He avoided all the important questions. Do you want an investigation? Oh, let me tell you a story. Will you support an FBI investigation? Do you remember Liz Swisher? I mean, after a while, he turned into Vanessa Bell Calloway from Coming to America. Do you want Mark Judge called in for questioning? Whatever the committee wants. Do you want an investigation? Whatever you like. Why do you keep calendars? Whatever you like, oh. He avoided all those questions and refused to give a yes or no answer. He a judge. He knew what he was doing. Now let me tell you something. When you telling the truth, you don't need all the theatrics. When you telling the truth, you know you can stand on it. It's true. People will try to ruin your character, and they will tell lies on you. But when you are a person of integrity, you know that it doesn't matter what anybody does to try to ruin you. Your reputation will stand. So all that crying and boo-hooing and yelling and sniffing and all them theatrics, that's not necessary when you're telling the truth. When you are telling the truth, you stand flat-footed in it. And if you don't know what that means, you're probably a lie. And a prime example of what telling the truth looks like is Dr. Ford's testimony. Genuine, no gimmicks, no theatrics. And I'm going to tell you something else. Shame on all you Republicans for running to that man's rescue every time he got caught in a lie. And shame on all you women out there shaming Dr. Ford for coming forth and telling her truth. And shame on you women who are out here protecting these men when you know they're doing wrong. You are part of the problem, Miss Ma'am, for keeping these men from taking responsibility for their actions and paying the consequences. And shame on you again, Senate, for turning this into something that's about a political plot and diminishing the fact that this woman was violated. Shame on you. And if don't nobody else tell you that y'all sat up there acting like a bunch of clowns, I'ma tell you. Now those are the 5 good reasons that we all know. Judge Kavanaugh, you know you was lying. But before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Alyssa Milano. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa Boo. Hey, Lisa girl. Hey, girl. I seen you back there. And I saw that I Believe Survivors flyer you had in your hand too. All right. Alyssa, is that fire the reason why the police officer came up to your road checking on you during the interview? All right, y'all. That concludes my video. I'm Aunt Sugar, and I just want to say to all my kings, queens, princes, and princesses, choose to be the light. Choose to do everything in love, and by all means, be kind to one another. All right, I love y'all.